What's going on YouTube? Today I'm going to be installing a brand new FMF titanium exhaust on this KX450. It's a 2021 model, that's what I have, but this installation video should be anywhere from a 19 to probably a 2023 since they've been relatively unchanged. I'll also do a sound comparison. If you're just interested in the sound comparison, I'm going to put a time right up here on the screen. You can go ahead and fast forward to that. Alright, so looking at what tools we might need for this project. The exhaust hanger there looks to be about a 10 millimeter. There's a 10 millimeter seat bolt here. Another 8 millimeter down here to get the number plate off. And the exhaust header has some 12 millimeter bolts. As you can see right here, sits next to the engine. I'm gonna start by taking the two 10 millimeter seat bolts out. Gonna remove the seat. And then take out this 8 millimeter number plate bolt. Pull the number plate on. Next, I'm gonna loosen up this exhaust clamp. This will allow us to slide off the silencer first. Using a 10 millimeter, I'm gonna remove this exhaust hanger bolt. Again, using a 10 millimeter, gonna remove this silencer hanger bolt. This should allow us to be able to pull the silencer off. Give us a few wiggles. There you go. All right, so moving on to our factory header here. The only thing that appears to be holding it on are these two 12 millimeter nuts. And we're gonna go ahead and remove those. All right, so that's it. We got the factory exhaust off. We'll go ahead and start unboxing the new FMF exhaust. As far as working on your motorcycle or bike maintenance, changing out exhaust is about as simple as it gets. So over here, got my parts laid out, and we will start to open up the new titanium exhaust and check it out. All right, so time to do a little bit of a exhaust unboxing video here. Funny story, I bought this 2021 KX450 a little over a year ago, maybe like 14, 15 months ago. I placed an order shortly after I purchased the bike for the exhaust. I got the header right away. The order was placed through FMF. They give me a little bit of discount, probably because I make these videos for them. They've done pretty well over the years. So anyways, the header showed up right away. The silencer in this box just showed up this past week. So about 14 months I had to wait for it. I know it's kind of common right now with raw material shortages and whatnot. But fortunately, able to get it and get this video made for you guys, do a little comparison. All right, so let's cut this box open. You can tell there's staples in it. Stickers, my receipt, paper. There you go. All right, there it is. Looks good. See how long I can keep it in this condition. Add to the exhaust plug collection. Pretty straightforward. Extremely light compared to the stock. That's the first thing I kind of noticed. It is titanium, but man, you guys can see that, but it looks good. So something interesting I always wanted to do is weigh these exhausts, the FMF versus the factory Kawasaki exhaust, just to see the weight comparison on it. So here I got the scale zeroed out. We'll total this up. Looks like we got 4 pounds, 15 ounces. All right, so it took a minute to get this header and the mid pipe to balance on there, but we're looking at 1 pound, 14 ounces. All right, let's get the big silencer on there. Looking at 6 pounds, 8 ounces. Got the factory header to balance, looking at 2 pounds, 10 ounces. So the factory exhaust came in at 9 pounds and 2 ounces total. And then the new FMF titanium exhaust came in at 6 pounds, 13 ounces. So you're just under 3 pounds difference between the two, which is kind of nice to know. Gonna grab the titanium header here and start the install here on the new bike. Probably start with the header, then work our way back towards the silencer. FMF usually includes some directions in with this box. There wasn't any here, but again, the installation is pretty straightforward. I did grab some high temp silicone that I'll probably put in between, say the header and the mid pipe, then the mid pipe into the silencer. I'll show you guys that here in a little bit. All right, so using the two 12mm nuts we had from before, we're gonna attach the new header. Definitely helps if you have a socket on extension to be able to get in there and tighten these up. I'm not going to tighten it all the way. I'm just going to get it a little snug till we get the rest of the exhaust on there. So something I normally always do with my exhaust is I use high temp gasket sealer in between all the connection points. So right here, this new FMF exhaust comes with a mid pipe. So I'm just gonna put a little thin bead here, not a lot that would build up and get blown out here, but just a thin bead right on this mid pipe here where it goes inside the header. Work it on the tip there real nice. Right, now that my tip's all lubed, just gonna slide it into the header there. Perfect. And then you're gonna wanna line up your 10mm. It's the same screw from before from the factory exhaust, and just loosely tighten it up there. By the way, if you are putting the high temp gasket maker on there, you can pick it up at AutoZone or any local auto parts store that's near you. They should have it. Just gonna take a little bit of contact cleaner there, clean any of the excess gasket maker that came out. Give it a clean look. So before we put our silencer on, you'll notice on the new FMF, the hanger right here doesn't have the gasket. So what we need to do is take the one that's on the stock one off. Now, doing that sometimes is a little bit of a pain in the butt. Take WD or some type of penetrating oil, lube it up, and that'll help you get it out of there. Nice. Really don't have any tips there, but lots of lube, and I was able to get 2 flathead screwdrivers to squeeze it out. It's basically just a bunch of lube, a little bit of pressure. You can squeeze that in there. So just like we do with the header, gonna put a thin layer of gasket sealer on this silencer. All right, just gonna gently slide on this new silencer. And try to get this hanger mount to line up. It's about right there. Reuse the 10mm bolt that we used when we took off the stock. Just snug that up. So now I'm gonna go back through and snug up some of the hardware from when we put on the header and this mid pipe. I looked through the manual just briefly, and I couldn't find any tightening torques for the header bolts there. The rest of these I'm not too concerned with. I'm just gonna get, snug as tight. But up there, we're going to use a little bit of caution. Would not want to strip those header bolts out at all. So we'll just kind of go snug, and if I see an issue with exhaust leaking out in the future, I'll tighten them up from there. Just going to make sure there's even pressure on both of these. Bounce between both of them, tighten them up little by little. All right, guys, installation complete. This thing looks awesome. It's well worth the wait, even though it was a little over a year. But man, I love the blue titanium finish on the FMF. I think it looks awesome. I'm gonna do a little sound comparison here. That's how I'll end out the video. You guys can check that out, see what you think of the sound. As far as performance goes, I'm not gonna have much of an opinion on it. The stock 450 exhaust, 450 power is more than enough for me. Overall, I just wanted to see, change the looks of it. Plus I get a little bit of a deal from FMF, so it makes it worth it for me. If you guys want to pick this up, the silencer is a titanium 4.1 carbon. The FMF model number is 042371. It'll run you roughly about $630, whether you go through Rocky Mountain or Motorsport. And then the header is a Mega Bomb titanium header through FMF. It's part number 042379, and I saw it online for $405. Again, a little pricey. You guys will have to let me know if you think it's worth it. Leave me a comment if you'd rather go with FMF or Pro Circuit or any other brand, what your thoughts of it are. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. Enjoy the sound. All right, new exhaust installed. See what this thing sounds like.